Yeah, obviously, I don't think it was a smashing debut by any sense. We need to get more pass rush, and that goes for all of us. But like I said at the beginning of this, I'm proud of the way our guys competed until the end, and we'll have some more information for you after we study the tape. We need to get more pass rush. We need to get more pass rush. We need to get more pass rush.
Let's roll. What's going on, guys? OG the Beast here, and I know I'm a little rough, but never mind that. I'm on my grind. I got a surprise for y'all. To all my subscribers, I don't know if y'all caught it or not, but a couple weeks back I made a video entitled The Fantastic Life of Anthony Hargrove. Well, it got into the hands of Anthony Hargrove himself, thanks to one of my subscribers, and Hargrove himself actually ended up hitting me up through email and requested to do a one-on-one interview with me. So please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on that interview if and when it happens. But today's video, we're gonna talk about some KHALIL Mack. I got y'all, Chicago Bears fans. I got y'all. Drop my intro.
It's killer raps, we got the hottest staff. In 03, I made a dynasty like Robert Kraft.
The Chicago Bears are one of the most storied franchises in the history of the NFL. They might not have as much success as teams like the Steelers, the Patriots, or the Niners, but they do have a Super Bowl on their resume, right? In recent years, the Bears have struggled. The organization isn't really known for big free agent acquisitions, and the coaching has been kind of inconsistent if you ask me. But this may and could actually change in a few short years. Why? Because they added arguably the best defensive player in the league, KHALIL Mack. The man is only 27 years old and he's already being compared to LT, the real LT. Lawrence Taylor. But quiet as it's kept though, he's done something even LT didn't do himself. Mack is the only player in history to be an all-pro in 2 different positions on 2 separate occasions. That's crazy. I don't think you guys understand how impressive this feat is actually. Most guys struggle when they change positions. Just take a look at Vic Beasley for example. He made the switch from defensive end to linebacker and completely changed his entire game. He had to go back to defensive end to be successful again. But anyway, Mack, unlike others, excelled at both. Yes, I'm from Chicago, but I am an Eagles fan, not a Bears fan. So this is definitely not coming from a biased perspective, y'all. Mark my words, Mack will change the culture in Chicago for years to come if the right decisions are made during his tenure. Just look at the performance he displayed against the Packers last week. By the way, this video was already done before week 2 starts, so I don't know what he did on Sunday. But if you look at his numbers by himself against the Packers in the first half and compare him to the Raiders' entire defense for 4 quarters, it's a sad sight. Just take a look at it, y'all.
KHALIL Mack, I don't know, had the greatest half, I'm not joking, in the history of the NFL by a defensive player. In fact, it was the best stat line by any defensive player in the NFL since KHALIL Mack did it for Oakland. You got Lawrence Taylor or the closest thing. What about J.J. Watt? J.J. Watt's never healthy. KHALIL Mack never misses games.
Y'all heard what John Gruden said in my intro, right? You claim to have a lack of pass rush, but choose to give up one of the best pass rushers in the league. I don't get it. But one man's trash is another man's treasure, I guess. Y'all know the cliche. But one thing I do know is this. One move can be the difference between being middle of the pack and Super Bowl champions. I'll explain. The Bears made Mack the highest paid defensive player in the history of the game, giving him a 6-year deal worth over $140 million with $90 million guaranteed. Damn, that's quarterback money. But I'm not saying adding this guy will make them instant contenders in the NFC. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is they're using the right formula to get to that destination. Check it out. Who's in the NFC North? Packers, Minnesota, and Detroit, right? What do they all have in common? They all have franchise QBs. Rodgers, Cousins, and Matt Stafford. What's been the Bears' Achilles heel for years is beating Green Bay. They had about 16 years of Brett Favre, and immediately after that had to deal with Aaron Rodgers. The only way to counteract this is to get a pass rush, which is something the Bears have struggled with as of lately. Yes, they gave up a lot, but in the long run, in my opinion, this will pay off, trust me. In 2016, Mack won Defensive Player of the Year, right? The last 4 award winners were won by defensive ends. I really don't think that's a coincidence. KHALIL just isn't any old player, y'all. This dude is a game changer. I hear people saying stuff like, yo, the Bears gave up way too much to get him. When taking that into consideration, you have to ask yourself, is there another guy like Khalil Mack in this next upcoming draft? What about the year after? Truth be told, we really don't know, but what we do know is Khalil Mack is a stud right now. So how can you be so sure of that? If you can't come up with a definitive answer, that pretty much justifies making the move, in my opinion. Take teams like the Eagles, Rams, and the Seahawks, for instance. Right? They all had strong defenses and made hard Super Bowl pushes while their young talented players were still on rookie contracts. Because once you pay those guys a boatload of money, it's going to be harder to sign free agents and make that serious push without proof of concept. Meaning, if no one thinks you're going to win, no one will come to your franchise. Right now, they have a young QB who shows flashes of special in Mitch Trubisky. They signed a good target for him in Allen Robinson, and they also have a solid run game and O-line. Adding Khalil Mack strengthens their defense, giving them a legit shot to compete in the near future. They have a new head coach in Matt Nagy, whom of which was a quarterback himself in arena football, so he knows a thing or two about playing the position. That can do nothing but help the young quarterback Mitch Trubisky. Like I stated earlier, the formula to winning a Super Bowl is to strike while your young talent is being underpaid. Goff, Wentz, Wilson, Big Ben, just to name a few. This is the perfect time for the Bears. Not only is Mack talented, he's also durable. He's never missed a game in his NFL career, y'all. That's hard to come by. Did y'all know that the Bears are the only team in the NFL not to have a Pro Bowler on their defense before the acquisition of Khalil Mack? He's worthy of every dollar they gave him and every draft pick it took to get him. Facts. I mean, the Bears are now loaded up front. They took Roquan Smith in the first round last year, who's a stud. Still got Danny Trevathan, Leonard Floyd, Akeem Hicks, and now you add Khalil Mack to that equation? Now, I love John Gruden, but this is gonna bite him in the ass in the long run. The Raiders have had issues getting to the quarterback even with Mack. You thought it would get better without him? Nah. Bears ranked bottom half of the league when it came to sacking the quarterback. So did the Raiders. So getting rid of your best defensive player who happens to be a pass rusher is beyond me. Shout out to HaHa Davis, man. But anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Before this trade, I had the Bears winning maybe 3 games max. Now they could win up to 7 or 8 in my opinion with this game-changing acquisition. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you love sports the way that I do. Man, shout out to them Bears fans, man. Y'all got a lot to cheer and root about. They came close to beating Aaron Rodgers and them boys, man, but hey, y'all still look like y'all got a bright future ahead of y'all, and this acquisition just made Sundays more interesting for y'all to watch. But anyways, y'all, it's been a doozy, and as always, OG out.